In the heart of the desolate desert, there stood an ancient prison known only as Shadow Creek. The prison, long forgotten by the world, housed the most dangerous and mysterious criminals. But among them was one man who was different, a man named Kai. Unlike the others, Kai wasn't a hardened criminal. He had been framed, betrayed by the very people he trusted. His only crime was being in the wrong place at the wrong time. For 5 long years, Kai lived within the cold, stone walls, plotting his escape every single day. The guards were ruthless, and the prison was impenetrable, or so they thought. Kai, however, had something that no one else did: patience. He observed every routine, every change of the guard, and every hidden weakness of the prison. But Kai wasn't alone in his quest for freedom. His cellmate, an older man named Gray, was a former soldier, imprisoned for reasons he refused to speak about. Gray had one rule: trust no one. Yet, over time, he and Kai formed a silent bond, one built on survival and necessity. One night, as the moonlight pierced through the small window of their cell, Gray finally spoke up, breaking his usual silence. "Tomorrow, we make our move," he whispered, his voice filled with certainty. Kai had waited for this moment, and together, they enacted their carefully crafted plan. They tunneled beneath the prison during the quietest hours of the night, using only the crude tools they had fashioned over the years. The path was dangerous, and one wrong move would have them buried alive. But after hours of grueling effort, they reached the outer walls of Shadow Creek. As they emerged into the open desert, freedom was within reach, but so was danger. Alarms blared, and searchlights danced across the barren landscape. The guards were relentless in their pursuit. With nothing but their instincts, Kai and Gray ran, the taste of freedom fueling their every step. But just as they neared the edge of the desert, where the shadows of the mountains promised safety, Gray stumbled. He had been injured during their escape, and now his strength was fading. Kai was faced with an impossible choice: continue on alone, or go back for the man who had helped him survive. Without hesitation, Kai turned back. Together, they made their final push, just as the first rays of dawn broke over the horizon. Exhausted but alive, they crossed into the safety of the mountains. Shadow Creek never saw them again. Some say Kai and Gray vanished into the wilderness, never to be found. Others believe they lived quietly in a distant land, far from the shadows of their past. But one thing was certain: Kai had proven that even in the darkest of places, hope and loyalty could light the way to freedom.